Hello and welcome to Blood Orange. We are so pretentious. My name's Caitlin and my co-host is Christina. We've been friends for over 20 years, but the only show we can ever agree on is Project Runway.
So we're going to be watching and breaking down our favorite outfits and fashion catastrophes starting from the very beginning. We hope you'll join in and watch along with us. The first season's available on DVD or online if you're a clever detective. And that's where we'll begin now with season 1, episode 1. What was the challenge, Caitlin?
Innovation. They had to go to a grocery store.
That's my favorite challenge every season is the weird material challenge. It's always the best one.
I know, and I was so jealous that they have like those cute grocery stores. Cities have like small grocery stores.
I didn't notice that it was smaller than a normal grocery store. It looked like it was like a CVS.
No, it was tiny. It was tiny.
Was it?
The show starts, I think they're in New York for the
yeah.
No, they're in New York doing the finalists. And they pick the top 12. They do New York, Chicago, Miami.
Oh, in LA.
Yeah, LA, I think.
Because that's where they found Daniel Franco, which I have a lot to say about.
Yes, he's the first one. He is from Las Vegas or Los Angeles. Daniel Franco's the first one. He's 32. Mario is 23. He's from Florida. Anyways, yeah, the rest are just blah. We can discuss their names later once we get down to their looks. And I wrote down all the models. And I will say, disclaimer, for some reason, I keep thinking Star's name is Joy. It looks like a Joy.
I can kind of see that.
I've accidentally wrote her name several times as Joy. So if I mess up, I'm sorry.
It's Star. I'll know what you mean.
All right. So yeah, they have $50 and 1 day to complete an innovation challenge.
What I noticed in this one that they later on they're a little more strict about is they didn't tell anyone off for just using fabric from the grocery store.
Who used fabric?
The Mario with his shower curtains.
Oh, that's not real fabric.
Yes, it is.
I know, I was actually really surprised, but
a couple seasons from there, they would have been told off for that.
I know, but we got to do that at the end. The end.
Okay.
Anyways, my first note is, why does Heidi's hair look so cute when it's from almost 20 years ago?
Because she's Heidi Klum.
I know.
She's cute.
I want her hair. It's so cute. And then Austin Scarlett is Yas.
I love Austin Scarlett.
I know. I totally forgot about him until I started watching the show. And I'm just like, where was my life without Austin?
Did you watch the other show he did on Bravo?
No, what was it?
It was with Santino.
Oh, when they traveled?
Yeah.
Yes. I briefly remember it. I think it
only lasted one season.
Yeah, I think they were in like Amish country and they were just like, oh God, the whole time. And then my next note is about Jay, and I did not realize he was in porn.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's been 17 years since these episodes aired, or a little over 16 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably last watched it when it aired.
No, I remember watching a lot of reruns on it back in the day in Bravo. And then he talked about buying his cat with dirty money. So yay. Then I was really excited to see the Atlas apartments. That's a staple in Project Runway.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay.
What did you take notes on? I watched it like every day for like 4 days.
I took notes on like the people and the clothes, not on the apartments.
I was just making notes of the episodes. Go with the flow.
I made a note about Daniel's emo haircut, which I was gonna mention this later. It gives away what year it was made in.
Yeah, I made huge, like I wrote a huge thing says Reminder, this was filmed in 2004.
Yeah.
Huge reminder. So when I saw the fashion, I was like, okay, think about what your mind was in 2004. So ours, did you do the same thing?
Yeah. High school.
Yeah.
But,
so
I looked up what Daniel Franco has done since Project Runway. And he auditioned for season 9 of American Idol.
Wow. I have a note. I wasn't going to bring it up to the end, but I was going to say Daniel was the last one to go. Why does he look so familiar?
I think he comes back several times. He's in like the All-Star seasons.
How can you be in the All-Stars if you were the first one eliminated?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was in like 3 different seasons of Project Runway. But he was
he has to be, right?
He was in a montage of people that looked like Adam Lambert on American Idol. That was the connection to the haircut.
Anyways.
I thought it was funny.
All right. Yeah, I got super excited when Tim Gunn came on. He still looks the same. He does not age.
He doesn't. And we got like the very first make it work kind of in the grocery store. He tells them that they have to make it work here.
Yeah. Make it work.
You're not going anywhere else for materials, so make it work here.
I want to add that I don't like Robert.
He was the one with long hair, right?
Yes, he's the one that has the I Heart shirts, which I do not miss. I hate those shirts. I never liked them. And then he compared women to sports cars, and I don't feel like a sports car.
Oh, yeah, when he was talking about all the models.
Yeah.
And
then I also want
to add, what was your favorite Tim Gunn moment?
When he kept getting shoved off by the other designers. Both Vanessa and Daniel are like, will you please go away? No one would dare do that in the later seasons.
Probably not, no.
What was yours?
I mean, it was similar, but I mean, his comment about Daniel Franco, I took mostly notes about him because he bothered me. What he says about Daniel is, there's a seduction about Daniel. When you're within about 3 feet of him, you get into his orbit and you believe. But then when you step back, you look at what he's done, you ask yourself, what is that?
I feel like that's like everyone at Burning Man.
That's probably accurate. What was your favorite outfit?
We'll get to that. Okay, they're at the grocery store. Let's tell everybody what everyone bought. Because I wrote that down. All right. Mario finished in 10 minutes.
With shower curtains.
4 shower curtains and Q-tips for himself.
Yeah, I think he should have been disqualified because he used shower curtains.
Cara, she had ribbon, flower, or feather dusters, and a painting kit. I don't see what she did with the feather dusters. I don't remember any feathers.
Yeah, I think she might have. Yeah, I don't remember anything with feathers.
Austin had corn, potato chip bags, and duct tape. He used nature's fabric. That was like one of my favorite quotes of the whole episode.
Am I allowed to comment on the dress he made, or
we're getting there? We're getting there. Let's set up a story for the audience. Okay, Nora had placemats and a lounge chair. Go. Star did an ironing board cover, bubble gum, and wrapping paper. Jay had aluminum foil, a bag of jacks, and roasting pans. Daniel, butcher paper, aluminum foil, and trash bags. Vanessa, crawfish, laundry bag, and
her poor model.
Alexandra, pantyhose and socks. Robert, mop heads, flatbread, food coloring, and the candy alphabet. And then lastly, Wendy, green peppers, rope candy, mints, and trinkets. I don't know what trinkets is, but that's what they wrote down.
She had a lot of candy. It looked like the majority of what she grabbed was candy.
for the lack of her for the outfit. Yeah, it was just all candy. All right, so they're all designing. Now we can get down to it. Is there anything in the middle you want to put down before we break down people's outfits?
I don't think so. I think I said, yeah, no. I went to favorites and what they were making.
Yeah, there really wasn't that much in between. They were just kind of.
They watched the models walk.
Yeah, and then Jay bitched about Daniel a lot. So that was like, oh, Daniel's going home. Because he had the sad story and everyone talked about him behind his back. So he got the edit.
He was the one that they were like, oh, he's here to work. He's got his eye on the prize.
How terrible in a competition.
He doesn't want to socialize with us. I mean, it didn't do him any good. He should have just socialized and enjoyed himself.
Yeah, I wrote the first contestant to get made fun of Daniel. He's going home.
So what was your favorite?
I'm gonna say I loved Vanessa's and Alexandra's.
I don't remember what either of theirs were. I don't think I
What? Okay, so Vanessa had the garbage bag cuts on the net.
She was the one with the crawfish.
Yes.
I felt
like something Kesha would have worn. I would have worn that in the club in 2004. Totally. Like, I loved it.
I did comment on hers because her model is Joy, and I said poor Joy with a crawfish in her hair.
Did she really put the crawfish in it?
Yes, there was a crawfish. There was like a bun with a crawfish on it.
I saw something red, but I never knew what it was. But no, I loved Alexandra's. I loved hers. That was just, it fit her model so well. It was sexy. It was mwah. What about you?
My favorite was one of the ones that the judges didn't like.
God, what was it?
I liked Wendy's, despite the fact that it was not a glamorous dress, but I liked the weird items and the fact that she didn't use anything that was even somewhat like fabric, like shower curtains, and attempted to make an outfit entirely out of candy. I backed
that was
and then the entire concept that it went with like Carnival and Rio, it was perfect.
The only thing I liked was her shoes. I think the shoes matched the outfit, but other than that, I thought it was a Hoochie Candyland.
If it had been like a
Halloween costume,
if it had been a bikini competition, she would have won.
It's just she had like 24 hours, and that's what she came up with. Like, really,
but she didn't use shower curtains or garbage bags.
Yeah, I wrote that. I'm so offended.
She was my favorite. I thought hers was the most creative out of all of them.
And then most everybody was pretty average to me. Like, I liked Kevin's look because it looked like it was really well put together, but it was boring.
I mean, Nora's was very Lady Gaga before Lady Gaga.
No, I wrote down toy shovel on hers.
Toy shovel?
Yeah, it looked like a shovel. Like, if she
because of the
if she dipped out to take up the sand and the sand.
I have no doubt I've seen Lady Gaga wear dresses with that shape.
Of course she did. Lady Gaga, but Lady Gaga pull it off. And then I wanted to talk about, who do I want to talk about? Who was the Morgan, the hot mess Morgan?
The model?
Yeah, she's a hot mess, but she could walk.
Yeah, she's a Kara's model.
Mm-hmm. She could walk. She did
a really good job. She did.
Yeah, Kara's outfit was kind of ugly, but she sold it.
I mean, it was really funny watching Kara run down the street looking for a model when Morgan didn't show up.
Oh yeah, that was my question. Would you have said yes if she asked you?
When someone runs up and goes, "Hey, you want to meet Heidi Klum and model for one?" Probably no. But also, I'd want to see where it's gonna go.
I would have done it if there was cameras, because that would have been legit. If there weren't cameras, I'd be like, "You're trying to sell me." No, thank you.
Yeah, really. That's true. I mean, a big Bravo crew.
Yeah, I would have believed it. But that girl was just like.
Also, no one had heard of Project Runway at that point, so.
Yeah, it was brand new. It was the first episode too.
I thought it was really funny seeing Tim Gunn like telling Morgan off, and then the next scene she was like sobbing, and I kind of felt bad that it was funny.
I know, Wendy's so sweet.
Yeah.
I like Wendy's hair. Like the stripes. It's fierce.
I like her.
I like her too. Rest in peace. I feel bad that she's not on this earth anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I thought I'd bring the episode down to say, oh, Wendy died a couple years ago.
But one thing that's kind of annoying is that, like, why does every reality show a woman over the age of like 30 automatically has to be the house mom?
Well, she kind of put herself in that place by gathering everyone around and telling them that they need to eat healthy.
But still, like, you don't just because you're the age of over 30 doesn't mean you have to be the house mom. Would you be the house mom?
No.
Same here. And I am a mom. I'd be like, I ain't your mom.
I don't know. How old is Wendy?
She's 39.
I mean, she probably was the only person there that actually has a kid.
Yeah, she has a daughter, and I actually think Wendy's really cool because she has a small fashion line in Virginia. That's not easy.
I looked her up. I've been following people on Instagram that were on under our profile that were on. And I looked her up, and before she died, she had gotten into printing fabric, and she has posted several pictures.
Ooh.
They're very cool.
Yeah, she's the oldest contestant. There's some runner-ups. Cara and Kevin are close to her age. So that's kind of cool, actually. They have a really mixed thing of ages. The youngest one is 21. So they all range between 20 and their late 30s. All right, so let's see. Who did I write down was the bottom? All right, who was safe was Kevin, Alexandra, Mario, Jay, Cara, and Robert. Do you agree with that?
What, that they're safe?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Mario probably should have gotten told off for the shower curtains. All he did was wrap shower curtains around his model and not him. He didn't even sew anything.
I know, he was so cocky too about it. Like, oh, I'm done. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette now.
Yeah, he should have been told off for that.
Yeah, he should have been told off for that. And then, who do you think should have went home? Do you agree with Daniel?
Yes, I wanted him gone. I wrote down that I wanted him gone before they left.
I really think Star, aka Joy, was the worst. It just
Her dress was
I hated it.
tacky.
Nothing was redeemable about it. At least Daniel's was okay.
It was a garbage bag. His dress was a garbage bag. They did his dress in Zoolander under the derelict line.
I'd rather him wear the garbage bag than that weird cake, the birthday cake dress.
It was tacky, but it wasn't a garbage bag. Like, at least she put some structure to it. And he spent all his time like putting foil on butcher paper to make a jacket to cover up that his model was just wearing a garbage bag.
I think the only redeeming quality that Star did was I liked the model's makeup.
I mean, she might have gotten away with it if she hadn't done like the big shoulder hood thing.
No, it was super bad. And I didn't really, yeah, a lot of people's were super average. I thought Jay's was super average.
I kind of liked the Dax on the side. It's kind of like,
but even the network view was average because it did that weird like cut scene when the model was standing there.
Yeah.
Because I think when they edited it, they already knew who won. So they're like, oh yeah, we got to make sure his is like perfect. And then, yeah, I liked Robert because he used food.
I mean, that's the same reason I liked Wendy's, because they didn't.
Yeah, but at least it was
fabric.
Clothes. It was at least covered up and were clothes.
What else did Robert use? I know you wrote it down.
He used bread, flatbread as the top.
I didn't even notice that.
It was flatbread and then used, which I thought was really smart.
Oh, he used the mop head.
Yeah, I thought that was really smart.
That was dyeing the mop heads was a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much.
So who was your least favorite? Was it? Oh, it was Nora. Not Nora. Sorry, Star.
Star and Wendy's were like my least favorite.
I liked Wendy's.
I don't think Wendy, like, I'm glad she didn't go home because
Yeah.
I'm what she does moving forward, but I did not like her outfit. She should have been on the bottom. It was awful.
I'm not saying I would wear it. I'm saying the idea, like an evening out in Rio during Carnival, her outfit works. Her concept was there.
No,
it doesn't work for a night out in New York.
It was awful. It was awful. I don't care what you say. And I think Star should have went home. I think Daniel's pieces were like more put together. I think if he styled her different, like didn't put those boots on, he probably would have gone home.
Besides the garbage bag thing, he was the most annoying one.
He
was so annoying.
Do you think that's why he got eliminated? The producers were like, "You're boring and you talk too much, so we're sending you home."
Well, actually, did you notice I never noticed at the end of Project Runway, there's an end screen.
Oh,
see that?
I note about that.
Judges considered both their scores and input from producers and Bravo in reaching their elimination decisions. So I kind of wonder if it wasn't his ego that sent him home more than the outfit.
And I appreciate Project Runway putting it out there. They didn't lie.
But also, they do bring him back in later seasons, and if that's why if it was, why
are you positive? Is that why I remember who he is?
I'm positive he comes back. He's in like the 3rd season or something. Okay.
Did he try out again, or did they invite him?
He was in 3 seasons of Project Runway.
What?
He appeared on seasons 1 and 2, eliminated on the 1st episode in season 1. He returned the 2nd season, had one of the lowest scores during the 1st episode. And then he was in the 5th season of Project Runway All-Stars.
All right, so we'll get to revisit him when we get to season 2.
Apparently so.
All right, I think that is everything. Anything else you want to add?
Austin's corn dress. We didn't talk about it at all. He won the episode. We haven't talked about his corn dress at all.
Because it was horrible. I don't know why he won.
He looked like, I think it's because he used corn. I think they wanted the unique material. But his model looked like Tinkerbell. It was a Tinkerbell dress.
I'm not even mad at the shape of it. I was mad that you could see like holes in it and you can tell that it was duct taped together.
Yeah. Well, that's because his corn, he didn't refrigerate his corn leaves and they all wilted. A mistake you don't make twice.
Why didn't anyone tell him?
Whoever it was refrigerated her crawfish. I don't remember. Vanessa refrigerated her crawfish. You'd think someone would have said, hey, refrigerate the corn too. And it's a shame he didn't find anything to do with the cobs.
Oh yeah. No, I'm excited to see. Like, I really like that when the winner of the challenge gets, or the winner of it gets immunization, like they can't get eliminated, so they can do something really fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he does in the 2nd episode.
He's probably the type that would do something. I think sometimes
like,
people just like let it go the next episode. Oh, I'm not going to be eliminated, so I can do the bare minimum.
No, I can see him doing like, I'm gonna go crazy.
I don't think he would do that. Some contestants do though.
But I get it. I mean, they're probably super stressed out, just having like a quick break.
Can you imagine trying to make an outfit in 24 hours?
No.
Especially out of Something you got at the grocery store?
And you have to live with strangers too at the same time.
If you were on this challenge, what would you have bought at the grocery store to make a dress out of?
I probably would have gone the easy way out and done the shower curtain, but I would have painted it. I would have just tried to like do something different with it. What about you?
I was thinking, I liked one of them joked at the beginning about using melon, but I can't imagine what.
Yeah, I have a note that I said, why did anyone do a watermelon helmet?
That's Burning Man again. I think I'd want to do something with food or like with cartons or like something unusual. Lettuce?
Yeah, why did we use lettuce? That would have been a cute skirt.
Or depending on the grocery store. Well, no, that's back to fabric. I was going to say stuffed animals would be like a very Harajuku type skirt.
No, I think lettuce would have been really cute to do like an A-line skirt, and then especially like if you put like paint in like a spray bottle and just kind of sprayed it around to give it like a splash of color, would have been really cool.
That would have been cool. Yeah, I think I'd want to go food.
And leaves for the boobies, like
the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, it would have been gorgeous. I should have been on the show and I would have won.
No, you would have forgotten to refrigerate your lettuce.
No. I got food poisoning years ago, so I know to refrigerate my food.
You're gonna eat the dress.
All right. Do you want to end with our social media?
Sure. We finished. The only other thing I have is we didn't comment really on models other than Morgan or on the judges' comments.
It was pretty bland. They're not mean yet, so we'll get there. I'm sure there's hilarious moments.
I didn't write down her name that was really angry at the garbage bags.
Stacy Field, was it? Something Field. The guest judge, right?
Yeah, the guest judge. She was really angry about the garbage bags.
The Sex and City one.
Yes, her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, other than that, I guess first episode.
Yeah, they're getting their feet wet. They're not there yet, but they'll get there.
Can you believe this was almost 20 years ago? No, more than 20 years ago?
No, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We're old.
16 years ago.
We're old.
Okay. This has been the first episode of Blood Orange. We are so pretentious. You can hear us on all podcast platforms. Give us a rating. It helps people find us. You can also find us on social media at Blood Orange Wasp. We'll be back next week with episode 2.
Whoop whoop.